All right, so we're now going to talk about an interest-only loan. So let's zoom into this example here. This is the new thing we're learning in this lesson, an interest-only loan. You walk into the bank again, and the bank again loaned you $100. And they're going to, again, charge you 10% interest, 10% interest each month. So you're going to times your loan by 1.1, which means in the first month, the interest is going to be $10. But here's how an interest-only loan is different. When you make your repayment, you only want to cover the interest. You don't want to touch the principal. So that means if the interest is $10, you only want to pay as your repayment $10, which means, 110, as you can see what we're doing here, I'm going 110 minus 10. Well, what's that going to be? It's just going to take me back to the original value of the loan, 100. And the reason why that's occurring is because my repayments now is only covering the interest. It is not touching the principal. So now when we go to our next month, again, it's $100. And I'm figuring out, all right, I've got 10% of 100, that's 10. But again, my repayment is only going to cover the interest. My repayment is only going to cover the interest. This is only covering the interest, which means, yet again, as you can see here, the value of the loan remains the same because my repayment is only covering the interest. So again, I've done a whole bunch of recursions here. And as you can see, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. It remains at 100 because again, what I'm doing is that my repayment is only covering the interest. It's an interest-only loan. That's how we get the name. So if we were to visualize this, the value of the loan was 100. Well, it's always going to remain 100. That's what it's going to look like. So let's now compare the pair between an interest-only loan and a reducing balance loan. Hopefully by seeing these two things side by side, you can see what the difference is. On one of them over here, the reducing balance loan, I'm covering both the interest and the principal. With an interest-only loan, I'm only covering the interest. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Let's now jump back into the notes.